Hi, my name is Mario Gorki and I'm from the Plovdiv University of Poissy Helendarski, and today I'm going to talk to you about the artificial intelligence in software engineering. To understand what the artificial intelligence in software engineering do, we must first know what is artificial intelligence, what is software engineering, and I'm going to explain them to you right now. So, what is artificial intelligence? I'm going to call it AI. Artificial intelligence is a subfield of computer science, and its goal is to enable the development of computers who are able to do the work of humans, and in particular things associated with people acting intelligently. Nowadays, any program can be considered AI because it does something that humans normally do. It is not necessary to be as smart as we are, just to do some of our work. We are considering it as an artificial intelligence. It turns out that people have very different goals with regard to building AI systems, and they tend to fall in three camps based on how close machines they are building line up and how people work. For some, the goal is to build systems that they can think exactly as humans do. For others, they don't want to get involved in human thoughts. They want just the computer to get the job done. But some are in between. They use human thoughts as a solution, and then they are using the human reasoning as a model that can inform and get the job done, but it's not inspired as a final target of imitation. With these examples, we can differ two classes of artificial intelligence, a strong one and a weak one. The work aimed at genuinely simulating human reasoning tends to be called a strong AI, in that any result can be used to not only build systems that think, but also to explain how humans think as well. On the other side, the work in the second camp aimed at just getting systems to work is usually called weak AI, in that while we might be able to build systems that can behave like humans, the result will tell us nothing about how humans think. One of the prime examples is the IBM Deep Blue, a system that was a master chess player but certainly did not play in the same way like we do. Somewhere in between of a strong and weak AI is a third camp, the in-between, systems that are informed or inspired by human reasoning. This tends to be where most of the more powerful work is happening today. These systems use human reasoning as a guide, but they are not driven by the goal to perfectly model it. I'm not going to bore you with any more of the artificial intelligence, so let's talk about software engineering. But first we must know what is software engineering. Can you tell me what is the common between a plane and a video game? It all involves software engineering and they all have code. And like a lot of code. For reference, Boeing 747 has more lines of code than physical parts, including nuts and bolts. Boeing 747 has 4 million lines of code, and nowadays video game has about 6 million lines of code. And this is a huge amount of code. The software engineer needs to think the design on different levels from a line of code all the way up to the entire system. Let's do the math. A good software engineer is capable of one line of code per minute. So there are 60 minutes in an hour and 40 hours per week. And this is 2400 lines of code per week. And there are approximately 50 work weeks per year, and this will do 120,000 lines of code per year. So now you know that a video game or a program can be done by only one software engineer. They are working on in very big teams, and a program needs to be planned a lot because a lot of software engineers are working on same project, and they need to communicate a lot because every one of them is working on different part of the code, and when the time to take all parts and combine them in one product, it must work and compile. I will tell you an example of a well-known site as Amazon.com. It's a pretty complex site, and the development team wanted to do a little software update, and you say it's easy, yeah, because it's small. But a misunderstanding in the team caused an outage of the site for like 90 minutes, and this outage cost 2.8 million of dollars in lost revenue. There were many mistakes like this, and people asked themselves why artificial intelligence can do the work of a software engineer, or at least help him. Can artificial intelligence be embedded in software engineering? A lot of people have tried, but with no big success. And if you think if an artificial intelligence can do software engineering, it can upgrade himself and become more superior than us. There are some approaches of artificial intelligence, think like human, but the binary code is very limiting because it's only two conditions, on and off. When humans come up with a better system of communicating with computers, they might come up with the idea of an artificial brain and succeed with it. Nevertheless, artificial intelligence can be embedded in software engineering, in programs and software, and one example I'm going to tell you is Siri. It's an app for iPhone, and its main purpose is to help you find something on the internet, find a location, and all this is an artificial intelligence. Another interesting example is an idea that came in the Google facilities. It's a car that can go autonomously and drive itself. And for nowadays, this car run 350,000 kilometers on its own. In conclusion, we are far away from creating a human-like computer. and the technology is not available yet, but it is upgrading and upgrading every day, and soon we may see the first human-like computer. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon again.